UFC 315 is happening this weekend. We have Jack Della Maddalena going up against Belal Muhammad, who's defending his belt for welterweight. And I just want to put this on record because I think that Jack Della Maddalena is going to knock out Belal Muhammad. And I think it's going to happen in the third round. I think that Jack Della Maddalena is the perfect guy to beat Belal Muhammad. Belal Muhammad, he's good. He's really good. And I think that he gets a lot of disrespect. Even on the come up. Like on the come up, he got a lot of disrespect. Not a lot of people liked him. He has a lot of decisions. And then he actually won the belt, and he looked really good against Leon Edwards. And he still doesn't really get the respect that I think he deserves. He's really good, and I would take him to beat most of the guys in the top 15. But I think that Jack is a really tough fight for him. Because one thing that Muhammad does against Leon Edwards, we know that Leon Edwards, he doesn't like to get pressured. And I actually thought that Belal Muhammad was going to beat Leon Edwards because of that very reason. If you pressure Edwards, he just kind of folds, man. Like, he wants to keep the fight at range. He wants to keep it standing up most of the time, keep it at range. And what he does is he barely outpoints people to a decision. Whether he's fighting Kamaru Usman or whether he's fighting Nate Diaz at like 45 years old. He just wants to keep it at range. Like, he was barely outpointing people on the come up. Even the guys that weren't very good, he would just barely outpoint them, win a decision, and if you pressure him, then you can beat him. And that's exactly what we saw with Belal Muhammad. He kind of put the blueprint out there. Then we saw Sean Brady go out there and do it even better. Sean Brady, his performance against Leon Edwards made Belal Muhammad's performance look kind of weak in hindsight. Now, it wasn't a weak performance, but just comparatively, Belal Muhammad, he didn't quote-unquote dominate Leon Edwards. I know a lot of people kind of say that, but he won 3 out of the 5 rounds. It was a clear win, but a lot of people act like he 10-8'd Leon Edwards or something. They act like he had a 50-44 scorecard or something, but it was a 48-47. If there were a few moments in like the early rounds, round 1 or 2, that Leon Edwards had, he could have won that fight. And it was Belal Muhammad at the end of the 5th round getting elbowed, laying on his back, was hoping for the bell to ring, and Leon Edwards was laying some really nice ground and pound, cut him open. And the one thing though, Jack Della Maddalena is not Leon fucking Edwards, dude. Leon Edwards is a guy that if he gets pressured, he's done. He gives up. His cornermen are telling him to find the fire. You got to find the fire. And Leon Edwards is like yelling back at his corner. And he gives up. He gets in his head. He kind of just accepts the position. But there were a lot of moments in that fight where he reversed Belal Muhammad. I think rounds 3, 4, and 5, there were moments where he reversed Belal Muhammad. He got the dominant position. He was actually raining down some good damage. And Belal Muhammad doesn't land that much damage. Even in the positions where he's on top, he lands little pitter-patter shots, little just really not a lot of damage is being landed. And his boxing has gotten a lot better. But I don't think Maddalena is going to back up to the fence like Leon Edwards and just accept getting taken down. That's not what he's going to do. The thing with Belal Muhammad is, in order to get the takedowns, we saw this against Leon Edwards, is he uses his boxing. He uses the pressure boxing to get in close, get people up against the fence, get the high crotch, and then take them down. That's what he does. He's not going to just go for takedowns in the middle of the octagon. But Jack Della Maddalena is not going to back up against the fence. He's not going to just back up and accept getting taken down. And if there's anyone in the welterweight division that you don't want to have pocket boxing against, it's Jack Della Maddalena, man. His pocket boxing is the best in the division. It's so good. People get close. He rips to the body. He rips upstairs. He has really good knees as well. And I think if Belal Muhammad gets in close, he's going to crack him with some really good shots. And I think it's going to make Belal Muhammad a little hesitant. I don't think he's going to want to pressure as much. And even if he does get taken down, if he does get him up against the fence at times, he's able to take down Jack. Jack's going to be able to work up to his feet. He's not a guy that is just going to accept the position. He's going to make Muhammad work. He's going to make him work. And that's one thing that Leon Edwards didn't do a lot of the time. When Leon Edwards actually cared and he actually found an ounce of grit in him, he was able to reverse the position. He was able to get up, land some damage. But we know that Jack Della, he has that grit in him, man. He's not going to give up. He went up against Gilbert Burns, got his freaking arm shattered in that fight, and he found the finish in round 3. And I know that he was probably losing on the scorecards in that fight. He had a shattered arm in that fight. He had a shattered arm. He was on the ground in the 3rd round, the last minute and a half, rolled over, found the dominant position, got up, landed a nice knee right on the frickin' dome of Gilbert Burns, knocked him out, and that was with a shattered arm. And I think that if he's going up against Belal, he's not going to back up. He's not going to give up. And if he does get taken down, he's really good at rolling over. And here's the thing. Jack has the advantage in the jiu-jitsu department. Belal Muhammad doesn't have any submissions. He doesn't have really knockout power. He's not a finisher. So Jack Della has the power advantage, the boxing advantage. He has the jiu-jitsu advantage. If anyone's going to find a submission in this fight, it's going to be Maddalena. If anyone's going to find a knockout, it's going to be Maddalena. If anyone's... So Belal Muhammad has the wrestling advantage. You could say maybe he has the cardio advantage. But Jack Della Maddalena, he's a very efficient boxer. He's not a guy that's just swinging to swing. He's not a guy that's swinging big hooks, trying to knock people out all the time. He's very efficient. He rips to the body. He's not even throwing a ton of kicks. He's not throwing too much volume out there. He's very efficient, but he's very effective as well. So he's going to be ripping to the body, finding those body shots, ripping back upstairs, and he's going to be hurting. He's going to be hurting Muhammad. He's going to be hurting him bad. And I think that even if it does go into the later rounds, he's not going to get tired because of that. And I think that if anything, those body shots is going to be something that could break down Belal Muhammad slowly. And so I think if he's going to be able to break him down a little bit, I could see Belal Muhammad being the one that gets a little bit tired, because Jack Della is going to make him work. And Belal Muhammad was the one gasping for air in the 5th round. He was the one that was close to getting finished against Leon Edwards. And so I think that by round 3, the body shots are going to add up. Jack Della is going to be the one moving forward. He's not going to be backing up. And I think that Belal Muhammad's going to shoot a takedown. It's going to get stuffed. Jack's going to crack him with a shot, and he's going to TKO him up against the fence. And I think we're going to get an and new in this matchup. I think Jack's going to be the winner. I think he's going to get the belt. I think he's the one to do it. I would take Belal Muhammad to probably beat Shafkat. I would take him to probably beat Sean Brady again. But I think Jack's just a tough fight for him. I think he's a bad matchup. His pocket boxing is way too good. He's not going to be backing up against the fence. He's going to be the one that's pressuring. Jack's always pressuring. And that's the thing about him. He's always going to be pressuring. He's not going to be backing up against the fence. And I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. And it's kind of bittersweet because we know that if Jack wins, he's probably going to fight Islam Makhachev, and we're not going to get the Ilia Topuria Makhachev fight. But if Muhammad wins, then we would get the Islam and Topuria fight. So it's kind of bittersweet. I would love to see Jack Della Maddalena get the belt, but I would also like to see the Makhachev and Topuria fight. So yeah, I think it's gonna be Jack Della Maddalena getting the win by TKO in probably the third round. I'm going to say third round. Could be the 4th. I don't think he's going to be the one that's going to be tired in the 4th round. So yeah, I'm going to take Jack. Anyways, that's it. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Later.